Nahil Miza says, I think you meant to say rub the waiting list on your blank to join the waiting list. This is a family-friendly stream. Alright, someone failed. So Martian47 says, BU Tuna Full Princess makes Mako decks more efficient. Hopefully we don't have a disconnect this time. This is Mako vs. Mako, so Mako is guaranteed to be the first king of the day. And we are integrated with better Twitch TV chat. So if you see an emote that you would like for me to use on the stream, just let me know. And I don't know if I'm allowed, if I'm able to give a mod privileges to add emotes, or what I would have to do that. Alright, so he does not want to swing into a Yomi ship. My girlfriend should just get an anime hair implant. You know, she would probably get a Dio hair implant. She said she would. I don't actually have a girlfriend to laugh on cue. I have a button I push. Yes, Jaderfly. That would be a great emote to make. But I can't make any emotes right now. Electric Soldier, you'd like me to be louder? Do I need to increase the volume of my mic? I will only believe a mod if that's what I should be doing. Yeah, me and Kaiba cosplay will be my first emote. If you look into the Twitch profile I have, that will be the emote. Maybe I could bring it up on screen. Is this another disconnect? No, it's not. Are duel rooms timed? Yes, I believe so. Casual duels, duels with friends, they are timed because Konami was smart enough to consider tournaments. Yeah, I am ruining every European sleep schedule. That is not on purpose. You know what? Maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. One of those days, I promise, I will stream at an EU-friendly time. So hold me to that. Within the next 3 days, I will be streaming exactly 10 hours and 30 minutes earlier than this time. So 10 hours earlier will be, I believe, an EU-friendly time to stream. Correct me if I'm wrong. The problem with EU-friendly streaming is that's the noon for me. So I wake up around like 10 a.m. and the noon is when I get a lot of shit done. And someone link you to the Duel Links meta picture on Instagram, LOL. So, I'll show you a picture where I cosplayed against my will, which is anytime I cosplay. My girlfriend, she absolutely loves cosplay. Usually she drags me to the conventions and I don't cosplay. But for the rare moments where she is persuasive enough, she does get me to cosplay. So I'm scrolling for it. Alright. This takes me a while because I'm not good with Twitch. Sorry for the lack of commentary. It's Mako vs. Mako. What do you want? So here you go. On Instagram. I am the pink one. Just to show you I'm not a greedy asshole, I will cover up half of the Discord advertisement, okay? DuelLinksMeta.com/Discord. I'm only gonna cover a little bit of it, so now you know. Not a money-hungry asshole. I'm covering up the advertisement. Alright. So, I can't see the stream I'm dueling you right now. Can you see?
Huh?
Move your screen over to the... Look up.
Oh.
Alright, double hammer. Who is the double hammer player? It's too much to scroll through. I'm not sure if it's Karison or Dom. But in the tournament setting, which this isn't, no question the disconnect player loses. The top left picture is like 3 or 4 months ago. So Tylo thinks we should give the win only if there is a clear winner. Replay if there's no clear winner. Okay, so I will use my rank 1 first place WC key Q analyzing skills to decide if there was a clear winner. And if I decide there was a clear winner, then the disconnect is a loss. Electric Soldier says he's not actually the Joker, ya mook. I don't know what mook means. Is that bad that I said that? A mook is a stupid or incompetent person.
Mook, 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 mook.
Alright, thank you for that, Electric Soldier. Mook is old-fashioned. Mook sounds like something you would hear in a Harry Potter movie. I look like an anime character. Too unreal. What if the loser follows you into the bathroom for not allowing a replay? Good luck finding me. I use the women's restroom, since that's like a thing now, so good luck finding me. Any update on the handless deck? Yeah, so we're using Blue Flame Swordsman, and we are using Warrior Returning Alive. Yeah, it happened to me at a regional. So it was like 200, 300 players. I didn't allow misplay, and he followed me into the bathroom to yell at me. But then, like an hour later, he apologized. It was like a man in his 40s, maybe 50s. So it was very surprising. I was also bigger than him, so I don't know. Alright, so far we have had Harpies, Gravekeepers, and Red Eye Zombies are probably the best decks on King of the Hill right now. So will we possibly see Dom? So we need to get this Dkayed douchebag off the screen. So let's take this Cancer off the screen. Remove. Remove. Alright. I wish in 2 out of 3 games that... I wish you could challenge people to matches so you could choose to go first or second. I don't think it's fair that it's completely random when you're playing matches. And as it stands right now, we have no idea what the format is for Worlds. For all we know, they're going to tell players to use multiple decks. They might say use a side deck. They may say 2 out of 3. No one knows. I think what is most likely is they will ask for a 2 out of 3. You have to use the same deck and no side deck. That is what I'm predicting for Worlds. Make a Mako water deck of my own and use it tomorrow. I need to level up Mako to do that, so I'll try hard to do that. I think that's next on the list for me to level up. Am I going to Japan for the finals? It's not 100% right now. So it's mainly dependent on my girlfriend. She's been recovering very well from her emergency cornea transplant, but you know, we're in a weird position where we're waiting to see if the infection comes back. And by infection, I mean it's an amoebic parasite. So even if there's one left in her eye, a cyst, and it wakes up, then it's just gonna multiply like crazy. So we are hoping that doesn't happen. The cornea transplant was because her eye ruptured. What they said is they absolutely do not want to do a cornea transplant because she still had an active infection. They said it's very likely that the new cornea will just become infected with the parasite, so they said no cornea transplant for you. Well, she was complaining about pain, so we went in on a Saturday, and the doctors, they were there for something else. Like her regular doctor was having a graduation party, so she was all dressed up and all that good stuff, but she told us to come in anyway, that she would see Gianna on break. When she saw Gianna on break, she was like, holy shit, your eye has ruptured, there's a hole in your cornea, there's, you know, your eye is spilling out, you have pus coming out. So they said, we cannot wait for the surgery, we have to do it right now. And the shitty thing was Gianna ate a cake 2 hours before, so we had to wait 8 hours before she could do the surgery. It wasn't until today that we saw the bill for the surgery, which hopefully the insurance picks up. Her emergency cornea transplant surgery was $60,800. $60,000. That is American healthcare. So hopefully the insurance picks that up. So we're gonna go into match 3. Mako is 2-0. Mako so far in my past 3 King of the Hill series has not done very well. So this might be the first time Mako will do well in the series. So this looks like it's going to be Red Lotus Harpies versus Mako. I would say Red Lotus Harpies has the upper hand. Yes, Sheila, you can sign up again as soon as you lose the King of the Hill. Sign up right away. Okay, so this is not Red Lotus Harpies. This is TOONS. So Skullmark Ladybug, I believe this is TOONS. We are going to see the first Toon player of the day. What is an optimal Red Lotus build? I believe in one way to play Red Lotus, an optimal way, not the optimal way, because there are many ways to play Red Lotus, is play 2 Red Lotus, and then you could play 9 normal monsters in your Harpy deck. And then, you could figure out the rest. 3 enemy controller, 3 order to charge. Cancer Toon deck. So if you don't know, why is TOONS pissing everyone off? Well, you wouldn't know based off of this match, so I'm going to show you why. Toon Kingdom is the reason, and this Toon player is getting really unlucky. So the Skullmark Ladybugs are helping the Toon player stall until they receive their Toon Kingdom. This is Toon Kingdom. Thank you, Triple R, for the follow. So this is Toon Kingdom. Toon Kingdom prevents any of your Toon monsters from being targeted by anything. So if you get past the fact that you cannot target Toon monsters and you are able to destroy one of their monsters, they could banish the top card of their deck face down and it prevents their destruction. So the ideal way to deal with Toons is, number 1, hope they don't draw Toon Kingdom. Number 2, you need a way to destroy the field spell. If you cannot destroy the field spell, then a card like Metalmorph can be good to hopefully lower their life points enough where they can't pay to attack with Toon Summon Skull, which costs 500 life points to attack each turn. So Toons have been doing terrible on King of the Hill. I believe Toons has not even won a single game. Tara Zion Hayes says, good, Toons GTFO. I honestly wish Toon Kingdom didn't exist, but it is sadly a part of the meta now. So, alright, so we are possibly going to watch why Toons are a cancerous deck. So it is usually Toons play 2 to 3 magic reflectors, which means it places a counter, and if Toon Kingdom would be destroyed, you remove the counter instead. Alright, so after he ends his turn, he will win the game with Toon Summon Skull. He needs to destroy the field spell twice. So this is how you lose right away. This is what he needs. Lost Blue Breaker. Now, the Toon player has a decision. Will he just attack directly and ignore the Lost Blue Breaker? Or will he attempt to destroy the Lost Blue Breaker? Alright, he's going straight for the face. Now, What Mako can do is use Fish Depth Charge. It looks like he possibly will do that. He's going to destroy the field spell with Lost Blue Breaker, and then use Fish Depth Charge on Needle Sunfish. That is how he will win this game. There you go. Okay, so that wasn't good to chain Fish Depth Charge. Because he chained Fish Depth Charge, it attempted to destroy the field spell as Chain Link 2. So that is why he did not draw a card. If he would have waited, then he would have been able to draw the card. But it doesn't matter, just destroying the field spell, that's usually game over. I don't know if Toon players will adjust to having their field spell destroyed and start playing. There's a card that you could tribute it, or I think on Flip Effect you could add a field spell from your graveyard to your hand. Let me try to search it up. Reckless Dice says, great idea. The left big card on the stream layout. Great idea. Thank you. I'm happy you enjoy the UI setup. It helps me discuss cards, and hopefully the quality is good enough where you could read the card and you're not just looking at the picture. So here we have a Garlandolf deck. If you watched my YouTube video that everyone called me an arrogant asshole for uploading, you would have seen Garlandolf winning the King of the Hill at the end of the video. And that deck, I believe, is on the Discord, so this member possibly is using the list from YouTube. Alright, so Faded is possibly using that list, or he's using his own list. Because, like I said earlier, I don't like the idea of people claiming a deck. It's kind of ridiculous. Famex has to go to his new job. It's 5 a.m. in France right now. Yeah, as I said earlier, I am promising an EU-friendly stream within the next 3 days. If I don't do an EU-friendly stream in the next 3 days, I'll delete everything. Alright, so Mako is showing to be quite consistent. It is very great that they have Lost Blue Breaker and Fish Depth Charge. I'm going to continue the trend of putting cards up on the screen. Even though Fish Depth Charge has been seeing a lot of screen time, it is one of the best new cards for Mako. So you don't have many targets that are fish. You have Needlefish and Hammerhead Shark and BU Tunaful. Alright, so this opens him up to a Fish Depth Charge. So what he could do with Sonic Bird is search the ritual, and then he could play the field spell Gateway to Chaos. Gateway to Chaos is great in Garlandolf. It could search for tribute fodder for the ritual. And every time a monster from your opponent or yourself goes to the graveyard, you put a counter on Gateway to Chaos. When you put a counter on Gateway to Chaos, you can remove 3 counters to search a ritual spell card from your deck to your hand. So we call... Campin Niles says we call the Princess Tina. Reckless Dice really hopes I don't steal any other ideas from other people's layouts. He's just saying. So apparently he was sarcastic He did not actually like my UI. He was alluding towards me stealing someone else's layout. And he felt the need to say it again. You caught me, Reckless Dice. Alright, so with 2 monsters on the field, it could be a good time to summon Garlandolf next turn. Hopefully he didn't brick again, because I know 3 PC fail with Garlandolf. It looked like every single game he played, he was able to summon Garlandolf. I don't know how much different his build is from 3 PC fails. So we are possibly going to see a Garlandolf right now. So Ritual of Destruction. Let's put Ritual of Destruction on the screen. Ritual of Destruction you could banish from the graveyard to... If your Ritual destroys a monster, instead of sending it to the graveyard, it will put it on top of the deck. So that is what can happen to Needle Sunfish if you after the Garlandolf summon. And it is a good counter to Yomi Ship. Yomi Ship can be a problem for Garlandolf, but with Ritual of Destruction, you can counter Yomi Ship. Yeah, the meta is putting a card on screen, and I totally stole that shit. Honestly, I don't know another streamer that does it. I don't care if another streamer that does it. If I watch a streamer and they're doing something cool that I want to take their idea, I'll just do it. I don't care. It's not a big deal. As far as I know, Shady Penguin has a GIF of cards from his deck that play on YouTube. That's, as far as I know, the only person who has cards on screen. But, you know what? In the end, I don't really care. Alright, we have the enemy controller play. Yeah, usually Mako decks... If I built a Mako deck, I may not play Needle Sunfish. I feel Needle Sunfish is a 0 to 1 card. That means you could play 0 or you could play 1. Where a card like Hammer Shark is obviously a 3 of card. So Electric Soldier is saying that a better play could have possibly been attack the face down and then econ the Garlandolf. So if he had that play in mind, he may have been afraid of a Sphere Karibo. Again, I don't have the deck list on my screen right now. I don't know what the standard Garlandolf deck list is on the Discord, so I'm not sure if they play Sphere Karibo. If I'm ever being a shitty streamer, you need to tell me in chat, because I do not know what I'm doing. Thank you, Taha. I should change my channel name to Dad Jokes. Yeah, I'm gonna change it to Dad Jokes Meta. Thank you, Jay Rabian, for showing up to the stream. So Jay Rabian is a dope-ass streamer. So he says he's not streaming until tomorrow. Make sure to check him out. Alright, Trance Archfiend. Trance Archfiend has seen some play in Dark Worlds. I'm not sure if it ever topped a tournament, but it was a pretty good deck. Dark Worlds was a good deck, whether it topped or not. What name do I prefer to be called? I don't know. How many options do you have? How many names do you have for me? You can call me Dkayed, you can call me Dueling Smeta. Whatever you want. You can call me Kaiba Boy. I'll be Kaiba Boy for you any day. Alright, we have a big play with Starboy swinging in. It looks like Dom is going for game with the Hammerhead Sharks. He was possibly checking for Sphere Kribo or any delays. A Nigo Montoya? I don't know what that is. I'll Google search it. Alright, he had a Sphere Kribo. I'm playing a YouTube video from it, but I don't think you could hear it. So it looks like the Fiend player is spent. I would love to see a good Fiend deck featured on King of the Hill. But, you know, right now we have the standard top decks doing well. Mako's doing well. Red Eye Zombies is doing well. Red Lotus Harpies has been doing well. And Gravekeepers. So those are the top decks of King of the Hill right now. Are they doing well because of the player or because of the deck? So it looks like the Fiend player had his toggle set to off. I'm very forgetful. Virus had his toggle set to off to bait the Sphere Kribo. So let's have Trance Archfiend on the screen. You probably don't know what he does. Trance Archfiend is once per turn you can discard one Fiend type monster, and if you do, this card gains 500 attack, so he could be 2k attack until the end phase. When this card you control is destroyed and sent to your graveyard, you can target one of your banished dark monsters and add that target to your hand. So it has synergy with Dark Necrofear besides being a Fiend. It can add whatever you banish with Dark Necrofear to your hand. He may be playing a card like Magical Merchant. I believe that's the card. Let's check it up. Alright, so Magical Merchant, even though it's not a Fiend, can help you dump a ton of cards into your graveyard. And then you could play Skull Lair with this. Alright, so it looks like he's playing Twister to stop decks like TOONS. Do I think he'd play Twister without TOONS existing? He probably wouldn't, so that's an example of TOONS making other decks shittier. They are forcing them to play cards that do well against them. How do we play in King of the Hill? So you go into the King of Hill channel, you check the pinned messages, and there's a waiting list. You click on the waiting list, you sign up. I don't care if you don't think you have time to play in the King of the Hill, just sign up. The waiting list is love, the waiting list is life. Rub it all over you, sign the fuck up. What is a structure deck? So I spent the first part of the stream discussing the structure decks. The structure decks will be about $5. We should receive them after the maintenance. And yeah, you will see if I stream again after the structure decks come out, you'll see if it's worth it to buy the structure decks. I did a mini review on each card that we saw. I believe Heradic Dragon knew it. I'll put him up on the screen. If I could spell Heradic correctly. So we have Dinos. Dinos will become more popular once Harpy's Hunting Ground is nerfed. So with Harpy's Hunting Ground being nerfed, we will see a more diverse meta, I believe. Because right now, you cannot really play back row unless you play like at least 3 cards to destroy the Harpy's Hunting Ground field spell. That is why Mako can play so much back row, because he could destroy the Harpy's Hunting Ground. Other than that, you're going to do well because you either don't play back row, or you're playing Harpies, or you could deal with the Harpy field spell. That is how the meta is. So it looks like I'm not spelling Heradic correct. Here are all the Heradic cards. Let's bring up the relevant one. Where is this guy? Did I screw up? Knew it. This is it. He is going to be in the structure deck. We still do not know if you can buy multiple structure decks. We are unsure of that. So Mako is slapping around Dinos right now. Heradic Dragon knew it. If you can only buy 1 structure deck, you can only own 2 of this card, I believe. 2 will be in the structure deck. Once per turn during either player's turn when this card on the field is targeted by a spell, trap, or card effect, special summon 1 dragon-type normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and make its attack and defense 0. So Electric Soldier says, Handless has been kinda crapping out on me lately. Any tips against back row and such? I'm possibly going to rebuild Handless to deal with Red Eye Zombies and Red Lotus that is all over the place. Yeah, so it special summons a normal monster, so you can't special summon Kid Moto. But this can work with Soul Res, it could work with, I believe it's called Advanced Draw. Yeah, we are getting structure decks and Duel Links. I believe they are $5. So the Dino player does not want to attack into a Mirror Force, and for good reason. So Dom is stamping and stomping Dinos. Is this a new card? Yes, this is a new card we will possibly be receiving after the maintenance. It's not a leak. It is from Konami themselves. I believe it is speculation when we are receiving it, but Konami debuted this card in action on a YouTube video. It's on their Japanese YouTube channel. So they were too lazy to translate the video for the rest of the world. Alright, Cabazools. Cabazools is buffed up by Starboy and the field spell. Cabazools is a big boy. WS Dude says he paid $1 for the Discord. How do you join? So if you join through Patreon, your invite is automatic. You are automatically in the Discord. If you do it through PayPal, you have to wait after the stream. When my girlfriend has better sight and you try to join during the stream, she will be able to invite you, but at the moment she cannot do that. Alright, so we have Yomi Ship going in ham. Hammer Shark has really high defense. How's my girlfriend doing? She received a transplant 2 weeks ago. She is recovering extremely well. It was an emergency transplant because her eye ruptured. The doctors did not want to give a cornea transplant because she had an active parasitic infection, but they were forced to do it anyway. So we are just hoping that they cut all the parasite out. There is a chance that they cut all the parasite out. It's been 2 weeks. There's no signs of infection yet. So we are just hoping. But she is doing great so far. Her vision is improving every day. She's been completely blind for 2 months. And, you know, for the first time, she's able to see a bit. The doctors do not want to give her glasses yet because they say her vision's going to be changing rapidly every day. So we're just watching out for the Canthamoeba. Will Gia Joestar get paid for providing her services? No, she just does what I tell her to do. Dom needs to win just one more time. If he wins one more time, he becomes Queen of the Discord. Why is he Queen of the Discord? Because Top Deck McGee is currently the King of the Discord. If he would like to upgrade from being a Queen, he has to go 8-0. So let's go into Game 1 against Suzuto. I do believe in Dom, but, you know, it's not fair to Dom to give priority to 3PC Fail to play him at this moment. So, you know, I don't want to do that to him. I know everyone wants to see that match, so if Dom can fairly become the King of the Discord, that's when I will decide to cuck Dom. No regrets. I will put 3PC Fail against Dom, and we will see what happens. Suzuto is running Red Eye Zombies, a top tier deck. I believe Zombies is the favorable matchup. Takahebi would like to be the Jester of the Discord. So that's a good idea, you know. I may add a role. I may add the role Jester of the Discord. So, yeah, you're first in line to be Jester of the Discord. Alright, will this cost Suzuto by not playing around Mirror Wall? Does he have game? Alright, that's a quick Game 1 because he did not play around Mirror Wall. So we're going to go into Game 2. So Doomboy Koi has linked a picture of Starboy. Alright, he's playing Vanguard. I think it's been agreed among the members of the Red Eye Zombie Discord that Vanguard is not to be used in an optimal version of Red Eye Zombies, but Vanguard is a good option if you are missing cards. So we're seeing a Soul Res. We're not sure if Soul Res is in addition to him playing Red Eye Spirit. Alright. Curcio 57 summoned a Gate Guardian, which is a rare summon.
This card is useless.
Alright, we're going to see if we see a Starboy. If we see a Starboy, then... Alright, Fish Depth Charge. He might be blowing up the face down because he may already have an out to Red Eyes. Alright, so he gets to draw a card. Oh, this is a Champion's Vigilance build. So, I believe someone already warned me in chat that this isn't Red Eye Zombies. Did we see a zombie game 1? I'm an old man, so my memory is horrible. I don't know if we saw any zombies game 1. I just assumed. Alright, he's paying for Mirror Wall. So he likely doesn't have a way to deal with Red Eye's dragon. Alright, it looks like he's going for game. Is this a quick 2-0? No? What happened? Did I just miss what happened? What the hell happened? Trying to play music? Okay, so I think he accidentally used enemy controller in the battle phase. I believe what he meant to do was use enemy controller in main phase 1 and then switch him to attack. So in this scenario, Soul Resurrection has helped him out. I believe we're going to go into game 3 because of that. Will this cost him the king title? We are not sure. Can Dom recover and take game 3 on his path towards being king of the Discord, which comes with the benefit of skipping the waiting line once per stream, and if you are king of the month at the end of the month, you are featured on my site and YouTube. So my advice about being tilted is just breathe. It's okay. Do not be afraid of misplays. Misplays happen. Don't be afraid to look bad. Just keep playing. I know a lot of people, I've played a lot of people in real life tournaments, they get so angry after a misplay, they surrender. Even though I'm like, wow, they would have won. Just the thought of looking bad to their opponent or looking bad publicly is just, it's too overwhelming for them. So don't ever get tilted. The best players, I promise you, the best top players, YCS winners, they will misplay like crazy. You know, all your favorite players from the real life Yu-Gi-Oh, Billy Break, all those players, they misplay like crazy. Maintenance is in an hour, so Dom has an hour to become king. The benefits of King of the Month is you will be archived on the Discord in the achievements channel. That is what we're thinking right now. You will be known as King of July. And being King of July, you will be featured on the website and your top decks you used. And you will also possibly have a YouTube feature. I know I said you would, so I'm going to try hard to make that happen, where I will possibly interview you. Yeah, so Billy is a god and he still misplays. It's, you know, Billy has a famous misplay against a close friend. I'm sure you could watch it on YouTube, where his close friend would not let him take back his misplay, and it was a very big argument, and it costed him the game. So X Burial says this game looks just like Game 1. Game 1, Mako won. Game 2, Red Eye Zombies won. This is Red Eye Zombies with Champion's Vigilance. It is a fairly non-standard build, so it is very surprising. He has the advantage of surprise factor. So Gia Joestar says we should make a calendar at the end of the year, and we will have King of each month on the calendar. Yeah, no player is unbeatable, and no player is immune to misplays. How you play after your misplay is what defines a good player. If you learn from your failures and you don't let it blind you with rage, that is truly a good player. I try my best if I misplay to identify the misplay and tell everyone I misplayed as soon as it happens. You know, the best thing for me to do would, you know, maybe not acknowledge the misplay and hope no one saw it and skip over it and, you know. But, you know, you don't want to, that's not how you want to play. Acknowledge your misplay as soon as possible and then move on. A player who misplays is more likely to not repeat that play than a player who never did it. Main Soraka mid says it's 6 a.m. here and he can't take it anymore. Peace out. Thank you, Main Soraka mid, for coming for the stream. I'm sorry if I messed up your sleep schedule at all. I promise within the next 3 days I will do an EU-friendly stream. I promise you. So Creative Timothy is suspecting him having a metal morph because he did not use Mirror Wall. So you can't use Vigilance with Red Eye Zombie on the field. Hey Cajun14, how are you doing? I'm doing well. You know what? Cajun14, you're a mod. I don't know if that means anything to you, but congratulations. Alright, this is game if he has a Vigilance and just like a Soul Res set, then it is game. But I believe we are seeing delays. It's very hard to tell as spectator if there's a delay from the turn player or if it's from the other player. So Crazed, I don't know if you were here for the start of the stream. I read your YouTube comment to everyone. We gave you credit for the Roland Boost Necrofear deck. I'm not sure if I'll use it for King of Games. You've only managed Plat with Invader. How do I think Empress will affect the deck? I believe Empress does make the deck better. I'm not sure the deck I will choose to achieve King of Games with. I'm not sure if I'll rush King of Games or maybe I'll try to do it with a unique deck. I'm leaning towards doing it with a unique deck. So this looks like the end of Mako. Dom went on an incredible win streak of 6-0. He needed one more game win. If he won one more game, he would have become Queen of the Discord. And then if he won a game after that, he would have become King of the Discord. Thank you so much, Dom. I know it's incredibly exhausting. This is his 7th match right now. He's been playing for many hours with no breaks. Remember, if you are king currently during the stream, you are not forced to play out all your games. You can wait till next stream. Your win streak will follow you. As I said in last stream, you are not a prisoner to the stream like I am. I am here against my will right now, you are not. So as Creativa Timothy said, he drew 3 econs by turn 5 but no traps. That is very bad for the Mako player. He needs Metal Morph to swing over the big Red Eyes monsters, and he needs Mirror Wall to prevent them from swinging over his monsters. In Game 3, Dom was dominated by Red Eye Zombies. And also dominated by his own deck. His own deck did not want to give him any traps. So it seems he kind of bricked in Game 3. Thank you, Dom, for your dominating win streak. We have a new King of the Hill. Red Eye Zombies with a twist. Suzido. So that's the thing about Red Eye Zombies. Red Eye Zombies is so good that, you know, you could have a lot of missing cards. I believe he's missing a Red Eye Spirit or two. And he's possibly missing a Gazuki or a Red Eyes Wyvern. And I don't know how many, but he's still doing well.